But as you see, OKN Junior qualifying heat 1 will be coming up next for the drivers. Just dipping into their marshal's hut there to get out of that sunshine, but we could not go racing without them, of course. Engines fire up then. The first race of the day is heading out onto the track. Let's take you through that full starting lineup then here at the Alain International Raceway Kart Circuit. It is James Anagnostiadis and Daniel Kelleher on the front row of the grid. They will have Leonidas Peruzzi and Vanessa Schilkeneter on row number 2. Her best qualifying performance of the season so far. Oscar Gallen and Kasper Reipold, they go from row 3. They'll have Egon Pedrotti and Matej Witwer on row 4. Nathan Kapin and Sujana Dandu from Singapore in her best qualifying performance starts this one on the 5th row of the grid. We'll have Toby Gale and William Marshall on row number 6. Mitash Jain and Veer Chopra go from row number 7. They'll have Victoria Farfus and Marcel Capella on row number 8. Ella Hakkinen and Connor Clancy will round out row number 9, with Nicholas Stanley of the USA and Axel Nocom rounding out the top 20 on row 10. You'll have Didier Kleeft and Veer Jylland on row 11. They'll have Karine Kaur and Savrier Dudkovsky on row 12. Zachary Adole and Dinya Islamov round out row at number 13 and the top 26. Anian Singh and Maxim Bobrajov, one of the final winners from Dubai, starts on the 14th row of the grid. Sanjana Dandu and Angelina Simmons go from row 15. Amelia Vishamirska rounds out the 31 kart grid, starting it on row 16 at the back of the field. There you can see the heat haze coming in off the circuit there. Very warm conditions right now, but we are in the midst and surrounded by the country of Oman here at the Alain Raceway International Kart Circuit. It is a very unique location we are in right now, meters away from the border of Oman, but still in the United Arab Emirates, as we prime ourselves ready for the racing here for round 5 of the Champions of the Future Academy program. Like you say, championship has been close. 7 different final winners over the course of this year's season. But with the penultimate round ahead of us here as we go on board with Kasper Reipold, the driver from Poland, currently running this one a little further down in the field, but still starting on that 3rd row of the grid. We'll have the close company of Oscar Gallen, his fellow countryman, alongside with Vanessa Schilkeneter and Leonidas Peruzzi starting just ahead, of course, as the front row. Anagnostiadis and Daniel Kelleher for the first time this season will go wheel to wheel in the Champions of the Future Academy program into the tram lines. Are we going racing? I believe we are. We are green and racing down in towards turn number 1. It is a brilliant start for the field. How do they go through? It's gone a little bit sideways there, though, for the driver on the front row. Daniel Kelleher has not exited turn 1 favorably. He has tumbled down the order, and that has put the likes of Leonidas Peruzzi up in the order. You can see there the number 11 is there in 2nd place, has got past the likes of Vanessa Schilkeneter. She's still holding on to P4 right now, but it's Anagnostiadis who leads the way then ahead of the rest of the field as they make their way in through the tight and twisty section into the barrier. Going no further. Veer Chopra, unfortunately, out of this race. The driver of the 57 going no further. That is a huge shame. Veer Chopra, who started this one in that mid-pack, thankfully is okay, but out of the kart and out of his first qualifying heat. Back out of the final corner, back over the start-finish straight. Let's call him across the line. It's Anagnostiadis from Peruzzi. Then it's Reipold up into 3rd place. Oscar Gallen there in P4. Vanessa Schilkeneter has gone down to P5. Still in this race, though. Kapin's there from Peruzzi. Kelleher is down to 8th place after that start. Gale is there in 9th place. Matej Witwer running out the top 10 right now as down the inside. A big send down the inside for Daniel Kelleher as he tries to fight his way back through this field now. He's got the likes of Egon Pedrotti, Gale and Gallen. They've all chopped and changed there. But right now still looking strong. Back here with the lead battle, though. Anagnostiadis still controlling the race there. Reipold and Peruzzi, they have switched places now. Kasper Reipold putting himself forward right now. Reipold, the final winner of Sunday's final in Cremona. Certainly knows how to pedal in the world of karting. But again, for a lot of these drivers, their first experience here at the Alain Raceway International Kart Circuit. Over the start-finish line now. It's a long start-finish straight these drivers have got, well, the straight that isn't straight at the moment. We go live on board with the driver in second place. He tries to close down the race leader right now. You can see them going through that very fast left-hander there, the anti-clockwise circuit here at the Alain Raceway. Right now, these drivers just doing what they need to do here. A sea of mechanics there just watching eagerly along on the balcony. Just watching and trying to communicate with their drivers as much as possible to give them that vital information they need. Now it looks like Nathan Kappen starting to close in here on the top three, because he is starting to close that gap right now. We'll keep a close eye on that one as Leonidas Peruzzi once again just piling on that pressure to Reipold. He's not allowing Kasper Reipold to break away here. He is sticking right with him as they exit now onto lap number 4 of 9. Over the crest there on the start-finish line. It's a very bumpy circuit here, reports from some of the drivers. There are smooth sections as well, but the general consensus is they love the track. Fast, flowing, demanding for the drivers. But like we say, very, very flat conditions that they've got here. Down the next straight here, all these straights all over 100 metres. 107 metres this straight as they go in through turn 7, 8 and 9 now. One of the tighter sections here as they head into the 127 metre infield straight. They'll head round turn 11 and 12. So much speed you can carry through this double left-hander. Now down the 187 metre back straight in towards turn number 13. And are we going to see a change? We are. Down the inside, in through turn 13, and it's Kasper Reipold who leads the way. Peruzzi's got through as well. He's there into second place, but now it was confirmed as Peruzzi hits that big inside bump there, heads to the inside and takes the lead through turn number 1, and that is a very tricky spot to do it. We did think we were going to see those overtakes in towards turn 1, but that was a lot of that inside curve there, nearly airborne as they exit out of turn number 1. There as they go through. Reipold's gone down to 5th place now because of that one. Daniel Keller has recovered back to 2nd place after he sets the fastest lap of the race. They're still battling away for position. I think Kappen's got his way back through as well. He's up to 3rd place. 6 places gained in this race. Is looking very strong right now, but the top 3 still line astern on lap number 5. Leonidas Peruzzi, who leads the way. Anagnostianis right there in the slipstream, down in towards turn 13. This is where he lost the lead. He cannot claim the lead back here as they head through 13 and 14. Back onto the start-finish straight once more. Big check over the shoulder. This was the big curve that Peruzzi had hit the lap before. This time around, avoiding it, as you can probably understand. That was probably very uncomfortable for him across that bit, but holds on to it. There's a look at Luna Flusha watching away. Big smiles on her face ahead of her race later on today. The current championship leader in the senior category. As Peruzzi continues to hold on to position here as Ardian Singh sets the fastest lap of the race. 55.520. Looking strong, but a little further down in the order at the moment. Currently running in 19th place. Lap 6 of 9 right now. It is Peruzzi from Anagnostianis. Kappen's there in 3rd place. Has dropped off the back of these two, who have now started to work together just a little bit to try and open up that battle. Daniel Keller back to P4. You can see him there. He's tucking in behind him in the number 64, trying to close in to Nathan Kappen just further up ahead. But right now, just holding on to position. Gale is up into P5 as well. Toby Gale looking very, very strong this weekend. Didn't have the best qualifying, but has put himself up in the order now. 6 places gained as he tries to close in on these front runners. You can see him there just behind. Then it is Vanessa Shilkaneta who's there in 6th place. Reipold there in 7th place. Marshall in 8th. Jane is in 9th place as Pedrotti currently rounding out the top 10. Denis Islamov now currently fastest out on circuit. He's running around in 17th place, showing that the pace is there right now. And you can see that slipstream coming into effect here. And Ignaciadis just tapping that rear bumper of Peruzzi as they head down the back straight now onto the start-finish line. And you can see here just everyone watching alongside, and there's the lead change down the inside through turn 1. And Ignaciadis getting it done and moving up into the race lead here. It's exactly the move that Peruzzi had done a few laps ago to claim that race lead from Kasper Reipold, and showing that it is very, very possible to get that move done in towards turn number 1. But will Peruzzi retaliate here? We're on lap 8 of 9. Race slowly coming to an end now. This is their first of 2 qualifying heats of today. Of course, their final coming up later on today. 2 finals over the course of this weekend. It is effectively a double-header weekend. That's how the format works. If you are new to the Championship of the Future Academy program, as back down the inside through turn 13. Peruzzi gets it back done. Here comes Kelleher down the inside of Capin. He's got through. Toby Gale's got through as well. So Gale has now got himself up into 3rd place as we go on to the final lap of this race. Peruzzi goes defensive in towards turn 1. Anagnosiadis gets the switchback on the exit, but hasn't got the pace down the infield straight. He heads back into 2nd place. The battle for 3rd is kicking off, though, now as well, as Capin versus Shilkanate. They've all closed in there. That's the battle actually a little further behind. That's P5. Battling away. But you can see here it's all kicking off as now Nicholas Stanley's the fastest driver on circuit. He's currently running down in 12th place right now, but still looking quick is the driver from America. Eyes on this one here, though. Peruzzi has managed to open up a little bit of a gap now between himself and Anagnosiadis. Down in towards turn 13, not close enough for the lunge this time around. Anagnosiadis will have to settle for it, the championship leader, but Leonidas Peruzzi will come away with his first heat win of the day. He crosses the line. Leonidas Peruzzi claims his first win of the weekend in the OKN junior category here at Elaine. Anagnosiadis finishes in 2nd place, exactly what he needed. He is controlling that championship lead right now. We'll have to see what he can do going into his 2nd qualifying heat later on today. Toby Gale finishing in 3rd place ahead of Daniel Kelleher. Nathan Capin finishing in P5 ahead of Kasper Reipold. Vanessa Shilkanate finishing in 7th place ahead of William Marshall. Matej Svitva from Egon Pedrotti rounding out the top 10. But Leonidas Peruzzi, a brilliant result there. Fantastic set of overtakes into turn 1 and turn 13. He'll make his way back into Parc Ferme. Of course, all these results provisional as they get themselves sorted out. Let's take a look at those full provisional qualifying heat results. The top 10 we have done. Mitanch Jain finishing in 11th place. Nicholas Stanley in 12th. Oscar Gallen finishing in 13th. Ahead of Connor Clancy and Ella Hakkinen rounding out the top 15. Victoria Farfus finishing in P16 ahead of Dilia Islamov. Dilia Kreef from Aryan Singh. Axel Nocom from Angelina Simmons. Dennis Master Capella from Maxim Bobajov. Sujana Dandu from Vishamirska. Delay